Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Esther Malasha from Financial Insight Zambia, and we're here at the 10th edition of the African Fintech Summit in Lusaka, Zambia. I'm joined with Daniel from Zambezi Capital. Daniel, how are you doing?
Thank you, Esther. I'm good, doing good.
Daniel, tell us more about yourself and Zambezi Capital.
So I'll start with Zambezi Capital because that's probably the most important thing. So Zambezi Capital is an impact-driven investment manager, and we have a dedicated focus on retail investors and particularly savings groups. So savings groups have predominantly relied on returns on loans, and now we're building a platform in which they'll be able to manage and invest in a collective way. So that simply means that to achieve their personal and shared financial goals, they can be able to diversify among different investment options available in the formal financial markets. And with that, I feel with our partnership with Microsoft for startups, we are engineering just the right solution for the market for savings groups.
Okay, so who are your target market as Zambezi Capital?
So anybody who's an individual, first of all. You don't have to be in a savings group to be part of the platform, and soon we'll roll out what we call the minimal viable product, and that should provide context in the way the app will serve to provide financial solutions rather than financial products, and most financial institutions are focused on product. So for us, it's on a very great path that we are sort of changing how financial services is administered across Africa.
Okay, so how much would one individual particularly need for you to be willing to look into their company or their startup to boost their company and startup?
So there's no minimum capital requirement. So what it takes for you to participate is for you to just have financial goals or financial aspirations as a collective, which is in the savings group. So basic idea around recreational savings, educating our kids, and quality of life, as well as empowering each other to increase our financial well-being. So if that's your objective, that means your plans according to those financial goals would be satisfied across different cash accounts on the club wallets. So savings group, for example, particularly focus on empowering each other, knowing that they come together to grow the pie so that each slice for each individual is greater than what it would be when they invested alone. So for them, it's predominantly depending on peer-to-peer lending. On loans, they've got high returns, so they can still do that on the platform. But guess what? They can be able to invest their excess funds without forcing their members to borrow and borrow the government, right? So we're adding treasury bills or the government itself. So imagine the government as an individual to your lending cycle. So that means you can borrow Esther, I can borrow as well. We can borrow Financial Insights and the government. So it's a whole ecosystem around how opportunities are not just for institutions to participate anymore. We're going through a dedication on financial inclusion and diversification. And that's the only way we can achieve our financial aspirations as individuals and as a collective.
So this doesn't just apply for the urban setup, it also caters for the rural people and the rural setup.
Yes.
Individual.
So I would say the rollout of our product would cater for mid-class.
Okay.
Then because currently the smartphone penetration is around 35% in Zambia, so we feel that will exponentially increase as we go on, because now smartphones will be really readily available. But still, we're still thinking around how USSD can be utilized on our platform. So if you feel you're in a savings group and you want to set that up, you go to option 1 for savings group cash, which would be an account type on our wallet. Then within that, add member, maybe contribute, 3, send a borrow request or send an investment request, and that's distributed across members. So in real time, all members will receive a notification, and based on the approval rules that you set up within that savings group wallet, you'd all be able to know when you wake up in the morning, go to bed, every cent and how it's utilized, right? So when the administrator approves, that's the approval order, then 2 other members, that means that transaction is fully executed, and the money is channeled from your savings group wallet account within the app into your linked account. So it could be your mobile money, third payment provider, or an application, or the bank account.
Okay, so that's me actually seeing how my money is moving and what's happening. That's amazing. So with the African Fintech Summit, what are some of the opportunities that you've seen as Zambezi Capital?
So there are great opportunities, and Zambia hosting its first Africa Fintech Summit just provides the beginning of something amazing, at least for the southern region, because South Africa just hosted it last year, I believe. So us hosting it now, because it's a huge demand to host such an event, it's an opportunity for startups like ours to thrive, not just on the country level, but on a global level. Yeah. So the ambition for many people who are reinventing ways in which they would serve their clients better, and they don't have resources and they've got a good value proposition, I feel this is a way they can raise money and as a result improve the economy as a whole, because that means we become globally competitive. And I feel the biggest opportunity is a global expansion towards how Zambian entrepreneurs in the tech space or fintech can be able to thrive and achieve financial growth or stuff.
Okay, thank you so much, Daniel. Hope you've enjoyed the summit. This has been Esther Malasha from Financial Insight Zambia. Get to know.